Just 8 days to go, and after that, Premier League managers will just have to go with what they've got. Let's go to find out what West Ham are up to. They need a striker. Simone Zaza is interested in moving from Juventus to West Ham. That's according to the player's father. The 25-year-old striker is reportedly free to leave Juventus, and his father, Antonio, says a move to West Ham represents something concrete. He said, West Ham are a solution we'd appreciate, and it represents something more concrete. We'll have to see what Juventus do, and we expect news soon. We understand there has been contact from West Ham over a loan, but Juventus are only interested in a permanent deal, which could cost the London club as much as £24 million. Let's head up to the northeast and Sunderland. This is a player who seems to be increasingly unsettled in this window following a strong finish to last season under Sam Allardyce. Lamine Kone was the subject of a bid from Everton this month. He's since been offered a new contract by Sunderland, which we were told he didn't want. Let's get the latest now from the manager, David Moyes.
The situation's still the same. We expect him to be back in tomorrow for treatment on his back injury. And that's the most I can give you on an update on that, really.
Still a Sunderland player?
Still a Sunderland player, yeah, and will remain a Sunderland player.
OK, let's get to the front page again and go to Shkodran Mustafi, because the Valencia manager, Paco Ayrestan, insists Shkodran Mustafi will not be sold in this transfer window. Sky sources reported earlier in August that Mustafi had agreed to move to Arsenal, with negotiations ongoing over the transfer fee. Arsene Wenger, meanwhile, said over the weekend that a deal will be done before deadline day. However, Mustafi's £43 million buyout clause seems now to be the major stumbling block. Ayrestan said last night Mustafi is not for sale and will not be leaving the club. Let's stay with Arsenal, because if they can't land a defender that way, they might have to do it another way by somebody, or signing somebody already in the Premier League. There are plenty of reports in the media today that West Brom defender Johnny Evans has been the subject of an inquiry from Arsenal. The fee quoted was said to be around £25 million. West Brom have told us earlier today that they've no idea where the stories have come from and that the club will not be selling its best players. Let's get to Chelsea, and a player who has flattered to deceive at best, you have to say, since arriving from Chelsea 4 years ago. It's been confirmed, though, this afternoon by Olympiacos via Twitter, in the last hour, in fact, that midfielder Marco Marin has signed for them from Chelsea on a permanent transfer. The 27-year-old arrived at Stamford Bridge, as I say, 4 years ago in 2012, and he's had 4 loan spells around Europe since. He cost Chelsea, remember, £7 million from Werder Bremen. Let's get up to the northeast then. Middlesbrough have taken 4 points from their first 2 games, a very encouraging start for them. 7 years after they were relegated, we heard yesterday that they weren't yet ready to sell this man, Jordan Rhodes, having paid £12 million for him only last January. His manager, Aitor Karanka, says the striker will stay at the Riverside and fight for his place.
I'm going to do changes tomorrow because I have a lot of good players, and for sure Jordan is one of them, and one day for sure he will have his chance. I trust him 100%, the same way that I trusted him when he came here. But now he understands that with Álvaro Negredo, with Nugent, with him, with Stuani, who can play in that position, there's more competition, but it's good for everybody. He is fighting since we started the pre-season, and since Álvaro Negredo arrived, and everybody's training, and he feels, and I feel that he's ready.
OK, let's stay in the northeast, but we're going to dip into the Championship. Plenty of money being spent there, of course. And this is a man who missed Euro 2016 through injury. But Sky sources are telling us Newcastle are in talks over the signing of Brentford's Republic of Ireland winger Alan Judge, although the deal may not be finalised until January. A little bit of time to wait then. Newcastle were keen to bring the discussions forward due to there being interest from other clubs. The 27-year-old suffered a double lower leg fracture in a game at Ipswich last April, and it's expected he will not be fit to play until the end of October. Now, Fulham, their manager is rumoured to be upset about not signing players, but he could be about to get his wish. It's a real name from the past as well, because they're interested in signing Asamoah Gyan on loan. There's still plenty of work to do to get this one over the line, though. One source claims the player could fly in this week for a medical. Former Sunderland striker Gyan has found his opportunities limited following the arrival of Hulk at Shanghai SIPG. A crucial part of the discussion centre around how much of his wage will be paid by Fulham.